Did you know that the secret to transforming your biggest challenges into your greatest opportunities might have been discovered over 2,000 years ago? Imagine facing life's storms with such a deep sense of calm that nothing could shake your inner peace. Sounds like a superpower, right? Well, it's not a fantasy. This ancient superpower is actually a philosophy that remains as relevant today as it was in the bustling markets and marble halls of ancient Rome and Greece. It's called Stoicism, and it teaches us a profound truth. While we can't control every aspect of our lives, we have absolute power over how we choose to react. In today's chaotic world, where uncertainty seems to be the only certainty, the teachings of Stoicism could be the anchor you've been searching for. But here's the thing. Stoicism isn't just about thinking. It's about doing. It's about action, not passive reflection. It's about living a life filled with purpose, resilience, and inner happiness, regardless of what life throws your way. Don't mistake it for suppressing emotions. Instead, Stoicism is about understanding and managing them so you can lead a more fulfilling life. So whether you're dealing with stress, adversity, or simply looking for more joy in everyday life, stay with me. Today, we are diving deep into the world of Stoicism, uncovering its timeless wisdom and discovering how it can transform not only how you think, but also how you live. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. We have plenty of videos on Stoicism, self-awareness, and personal growth that you don't want to miss. 1. Focusing on what is within your control. Let's begin with one of Stoicism's most powerful principles. Focusing on what is within your control. Have you ever been stuck in traffic, fuming over the delay, or gotten upset over a negative comment someone left on your social media post? It happens to the best of us. Modern life is full of these small, daily tests that challenge our mood and peace of mind. But Stoicism offers a perspective shift that can change everything. As Epictetus, one of the great Stoic philosophers, said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Think about that for a moment. Traffic, bad weather, and negative comments are all outside of our control. No matter how much we wish things were different, we can't change these external events. What we can change, however, is our reaction to them. This idea isn't just ancient wisdom. It's backed by modern psychology as well. Carl Jung, a giant in the field of psychology, famously stated, "I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become." This aligns perfectly with the Stoic practice of focusing on our internal power. Picture this. You're in a traffic jam, running late for an important meeting. You could spend that time honking your horn and stewing in frustration, but will that make the cars ahead of you move any faster? Or you could take a deep breath, accept the situation, and make the best of it by listening to a podcast or your favorite music. The traffic remains the same, but your response changes everything. Instead of letting the situation control you, you control your reaction, and that can significantly reduce your stress. This principle applies to more than just traffic jams. It extends to personal goals, how we handle criticism, and how we overcome obstacles in life. Marcus Aurelius, another Stoic giant, reminds us, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. The next time you find yourself overwhelmed by something outside your control, pause and ask yourself, is this within my control? If the answer is no, let it go. Focus on what you can control, your reaction, your mindset, and your actions. 2. Embracing obstacles as opportunities. Stoicism also teaches us to embrace obstacles as opportunities. At first, this may seem counterintuitive. Most of us are conditioned to see obstacles as barriers to success and happiness, but Stoics like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus challenge us to view them differently. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." In other words, obstacles don't just test our resilience. They can be the very path to growth. Think of a time when you faced rejection, whether it was a job application or a personal relationship. It's easy to let rejection lead to self-doubt and discouragement. But what if you reframed it as an opportunity to learn and improve? Rejection can reveal areas where we need growth or adjustments. Similarly, personal conflicts, though uncomfortable, offer us a chance to practice patience, empathy, and effective communication. Every challenge, no matter how difficult, carries a hidden lesson if we are willing to see it. When you embrace obstacles, you shift from being a passive victim of circumstances to an active learner and problem solver. As Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This doesn't mean challenges suddenly become easy, but with the right mindset, they become opportunities for growth and wisdom. 3. Living in the present moment. Let's now talk about living in the present moment. You've probably heard phrases like live in the now or be present. But what does that actually mean? Living in the present moment is about fully embracing where you are right now without letting your mind wander to worries about the future or regrets about the past. Life, with all its beauty and challenges, happens in the now. The Stoics believed that living in the present is key to a meaningful life. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Do not dwell in the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment." Yet, staying present isn't always easy. Our minds are often consumed by what's next or by replaying past mistakes. This mental noise robs us of the ability to enjoy life as it unfolds. Mindfulness is one of the most effective ways to anchor ourselves in the present. When you eat, savor each bite. When you walk, feel the ground beneath your feet. When you listen to someone, give them your full attention. These small acts of mindfulness enrich our daily lives and allow us to fully experience the world around us. Seneca wisely said, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future." This doesn't mean we ignore the future or forget the past. It means we learn from the past and plan for the future without letting them overshadow the now. 4. Building self-discipline. Building self-discipline is another fundamental aspect of Stoicism. The term self-discipline often brings to mind images of strict schedules and deprivation, but that's a misconception. Self-discipline is about making choices that align with your long-term goals and values, even when they're difficult. It's about mastery over your impulses and desires. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Self-discipline is built through small, consistent actions, saying yes to what serves you and no to what doesn't, even when it's hard. For example, sticking to a workout routine or saving money instead of giving in to impulse spending might not bring immediate gratification, but they lead to long-term satisfaction. To build self-discipline, start small. Choose one area of your life that you want to improve. Set achievable goals, and take it one day at a time. Remember, progress is more important than perfection. Each small victory strengthens your self-discipline muscle. 5. Developing emotional resilience. Emotional resilience, or the ability to bounce back from setbacks, is another crucial Stoic teaching. Life will always throw curveballs, and it's natural to feel emotions like anger or sadness. However, Stoicism teaches us that it's not about suppressing these emotions but understanding and managing them. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Developing emotional resilience begins with self-awareness. Recognize your emotions and their triggers, but don't let them control you. Instead, choose constructive responses that align with your values. 6. Practicing gratitude. Let's also talk about the power of gratitude, another important aspect of Stoicism. Gratitude helps shift our focus from what we lack to what we already have. Marcus Aurelius once reflected, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." This simple yet profound statement reminds us to appreciate the small blessings in our lives. You can practice gratitude by starting or ending your day with a brief reflection on 3 things you're thankful for. They don't have to be grand. Sometimes, the most meaningful moments are the simplest. Cultivating gratitude can improve your mood, enhance your relationships, and bring a sense of peace. 7. Embracing change. Change is inevitable, and resisting it often leads to suffering. The Stoics embraced change as a necessary part of life's natural flow. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "Accept whatever comes to you woven in the pattern of your destiny, for what could more aptly fit your needs?" This wisdom suggests that change is not something to fear, but a process to embrace for growth. Change often feels uncomfortable because it challenges our stability. We're creatures of habit, and when our routines are disrupted, we often experience stress. But the Stoics teach that by viewing change as an opportunity, we open ourselves to personal growth. For example, a job loss may initially seem like a crisis, but it could also be the push needed to explore a more fulfilling career path. By shifting our perspective, we transform challenges into valuable experiences. To embrace change, start by acknowledging that nothing in life is permanent. Seasons change, people evolve, and circumstances shift. Accepting this truth allows us to approach life with flexibility and resilience. Instead of clinging to what was, we can flow with what is, making adjustments and learning along the way. Not caring about what others think. In a world driven by social validation, where likes, shares, and comments can shape our self-esteem, Stoicism offers a liberating perspective. The Stoics believed that external opinions should not dictate our sense of worth. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "I have often wondered how it is that every man loves himself more than all the rest of men, but sets less value on his own opinion of himself than on the opinions of others." This insight addresses a common human weakness, the desire for approval. We often tailor our behavior to meet societal expectations, even when those expectations contradict our values. But living authentically means prioritizing internal validation over external approval. Epictetus emphasized that what truly matters is how we live according to our principles. To practice this, reflect on your actions and motivations. Are you making decisions to please others, or because they align with your values? Letting go of the need for validation doesn't mean ignoring constructive feedback. Instead, it means distinguishing between feedback that helps us grow and opinions that only serve to hinder our progress. 9. Practicing compassion and empathy. Stoicism is often misunderstood as a cold or emotionless philosophy, but compassion and empathy are central to its teachings. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Whenever you are about to find fault with someone, ask yourself the following question: what fault of mine most nearly resembles the one I am about to criticize?" The Stoics believed that we are all interconnected, and by understanding others' struggles, we develop patience and kindness. Compassion doesn't mean excusing harmful behavior, but it does mean acknowledging that everyone faces challenges. Epictetus taught that by seeing others as fellow travelers on life's difficult journey, we can respond to them with empathy rather than judgment. Practicing compassion can be as simple as listening without interrupting or offering support without expecting anything in return. When we approach others with empathy, we strengthen our relationships and contribute to a more harmonious world. 10. Self-reflection and review. Self-reflection is a cornerstone of Stoic practice. Marcus Aurelius's journal, known as Meditations, is a testament to the power of daily introspection. Through self-reflection, we gain clarity on our actions, thoughts, and decisions, allowing us to align them with our values. At the end of each day, Take time to reflect on what you did well and where you fell short. This practice isn't about self-criticism, but about growth. Seneca advised that reflection helps us correct our mistakes and avoid repeating them. By reviewing our actions, we become more intentional and conscious of how we live. 11. Memento mori, remembering death. The Stoic concept of memento mori, remember you will die, is not meant to instill fear, but to inspire urgency in living a meaningful life. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." This perspective encourages us to prioritize what truly matters. By reflecting on our mortality, we can let go of trivial concerns and focus on what brings joy and purpose. It's a reminder to cherish our relationships, pursue our passions, and live authentically. When we understand that time is limited, we stop wasting it on things that don't matter. Instead, we become more present and purposeful in how we spend our days. Whether it's repairing a relationship, pursuing a long-held dream, or simply spending quality time with loved ones, remembering our mortality can serve as a powerful motivator. Memento mori doesn't mean dwelling on death. It means appreciating life. Take time to reflect on what you would do differently if you knew your days were limited, and then start doing those things today. Let every moment count. 12. Striving for personal excellence. For the Stoics, personal excellence, or virtue, was the highest good. It wasn't about being the best in a competitive sense, but about being the best version of yourself. Marcus Aurelius advised, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." This call to action highlights the Stoic belief that personal excellence is about living according to your principles and values. Striving for personal excellence involves continuous improvement. It's not about perfection, but about progress. The Stoics believed that by making small, consistent improvements, we could build a life of integrity, wisdom, and purpose. Epictetus emphasized that external success, wealth, fame, or status was not the measure of a good life. Instead, it was about living in harmony with nature and reason. To cultivate personal excellence, identify the virtues that matter most to you. Is it courage, honesty, kindness, or discipline? Set daily intentions to act in alignment with those virtues. When you fail, reflect on what went wrong and how you can do better. Over time, these small steps add up, creating a life rooted in purpose and meaning. Aristotle's concept of eudaimonia, or flourishing, aligns with the Stoic pursuit of excellence. It's about living a life of fulfillment by consistently choosing actions that reflect your highest self. Striving for personal excellence means embracing challenges as opportunities for growth, staying committed to your values, and being kind to yourself along the way. Conclusion: as we reach the end of this exploration of Stoicism, remember that these lessons aren't just ancient wisdom. They are practical tools you can apply in everyday life to reduce stress, improve decision-making, and find peace amid chaos. By focusing on what you can control, embracing change, practicing gratitude, and striving for personal excellence, you can transform the way you experience the world. If you found this discussion valuable, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We have plenty of upcoming videos on Stoicism, mindfulness, and personal growth that you won't want to miss. Thank you for joining me today. Keep reflecting, keep growing, and I'll see you in the next video.